Hey guys, this is Boss Coder. This is your 20th um, C# tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to cover recursion, actual recursion, not fake recursion like I did in the last one. I wanted to have uploaded this one by now and recorded it, but the other day when I was doing my first trigonometry tutorial I wanted to actually do 2 or 3 of those and then 2 or 3 of these, but my mother came home early and she makes a lot of noise, so that actually interrupted my recording. And I got a rant for a second. I just came back from the dentist. First thing, whenever they clean my teeth with those sharp, pointy objects, feels like they're butchering my teeth, my gums, and not actually cleaning my teeth. And I can actually feel my heart beat in my mouth. It's really annoying. And then second thing is, on my way home, I heard a radio commercial for Kabbalah, or Kabbalah as some people say, and at the end they said, if you want more information go to Kabbalah.com. Well, I'm pretty sure most people don't actually know what Kabbalah is. Actually, I only know what it is because it was in a book that I had to read in 8th grade called Night by Elie Wiesel, and it talked about it in there, but most people probably don't know how to spell it. So how are you supposed to go to Kabbalah.com if you don't even know how to spell Kabbalah? I mean, I guess you could Google it and then find it that way, but still, it seems kind of pointless to me. It's one of those weird, like, things where it's like an ad for a online game and it says you have to have internet access to play it, but obviously if you are looking at the ad you have internet access. Like, I don't know. Anyways, and then I come home and I can't find my stinking lesson plan for my tutorials, and I spent about 15 minutes looking for that, so my morning has been pretty eventful already, and it's only 11:15. So let's get started. First thing is, like I said, recursion is the process by which a method calls itself. Now, last time we did fake recursion, where you just loop through the same thing over and over by the goto statement. In this one, we're actually going to write a method, and it's going to be just like a public static. We're going to have to go outside of the public static void main method because you can't write a method inside of a method. So let's do public static void. Actually, let's not do that. Let's just do public void whatever. And if you remember how to write a method, you just write public void, name the method, write your parentheses, curly braces, and there you go. Next thing we gotta do, hold on, I need to pause this. I think this flashing thing on this new recorder I have is making me lag, so give me a moment. Okay. Yay, these rectangles are not flashing anymore and it's not lagging. Okay. And maybe you can see my mouse now. I think it was hidden before. Anyways, so what we're going to do here is, well, first thing we're going to do is just call whatever. And what you do is you just write the name of the method, semicolon. It's just basically going to call this, what to say? Why is there an error? An object reference is required for the non-static field. Oh, right. Public static void. That way we can just call it without making an object. I think I explained that already. If it's static, you can just call it. Otherwise, you actually have to create an object of your program class, which is a little ridiculous. But anyways, what we're going to do down here is put a couple spaces and have this do something, and then we're just going to call whatever. And what I actually want to do is so that we can actually tell it's being recursed or recurred, I guess is what you would say. I guess that's proper, recurred. We're going to make an integer, let's just say a, whatever, equals 0. And then we're actually going to send a here. A, yes, okay. And then in here it's giving us an error because we're sending down an int that is not actually in here, so we need to create int a. Then we're going to say a plus plus. Actually, let's print that first. Let me get rid of all these dumb spaces. Okay. Send a again. Okay, a plus plus. Console.writeLine. I almost did system.out.println. Been using Java for a couple of days. Just do the number is plus. There we go. Okay, and what this should do is do an infinite loop, and if I let it go for too long, it will crash my computer, but luckily I have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and that won't happen too soon. Okay. Okay, as you can see, there's the process is terminated due to stack overflow exception. Basically, what happened was my int. There's a stack, which is an internalized thing in your computer, and it can only hold so many numbers. And once it reaches its maximum, it has to either dump them out or crash. And that's what happened just now. I'm actually going to talk about the stack next time, and how it can really screw things up for you if you're not careful. So what we want to do here is say something like, let's tab this over, if a is less than 10 or something like that, then it should only do this 10 times. Oh, duh. Okay. Console.read line. Now the reason I'm putting this here is because instead of after this one is because it's saying int a is 0, whatever is 0, and then you send it through, and then if a is less than 10, which it is from 0 through 9, then once it reaches 10, it cuts out of this and goes right back to your main method. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Anyways, as I was saying, I think what I was saying was that it sends in the a, and then you go through up until 10, and once it's 10, it cuts out of this and goes back to this, and it actually stopped here before, and so now we're going to read the line. And it should, there we go. The number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is better than doing a for loop or a while loop or whatever, just because it's easier to write. So, but again, you just got to be careful. You always need to have a conditional statement, otherwise you're going to be in big trouble. That's pretty much it on recursion. You can do it with a while loop too, but I think for the most part you're going to just do it with like a if statement. I wouldn't really ever see it with a for loop, just because that's kind of pointless. Most of the time, if you ever use it, you'll use it with a counter that's internalized in the method or sent in from somewhere else, and then you'll just add one to it every time and then call the method itself over and over again. So I think that's actually it for this tutorial. It's actually fairly short, lengthened by my rambling at the beginning, but I kind of had to do that. I just felt like it. Next time I'll talk about the stack and how that works and everything, and then I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.